morning, y'all. It is January 29th. I almost said July 29th. I wish it was July. This cold, man. I don't know about this cold. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Just deal with it. So last night, I didn't go to sleep till 11:30 on purpose. I stayed up and watched this movie called Big Legend. It's a Bigfoot movie, but like a bad Bigfoot movie. Like this Bigfoot is like mean and eats people. So it was a pretty cool movie though. I watched the whole thing. And then I kept waking up and I was thinking I wasn't sleeping. So this last time I woke up, I went and looked at my phone. It was 6:30. It was time to get up. And usually I wake up between 6 and 6:30. And so I must have got some sleep because I was thinking it was probably like 3 in the morning, but it wasn't. So, and I feel okay. But anyways, you see that sunrise. The sun's just starting to come up over, I guess that's Cow Rock Mountain. But man, this is why this spot is amazing. It is just so beautiful. So I haven't been able to check the weather yet. It's supposed to rain tonight. There was like a 40% chance. I don't know if it's still that way. So the reception here comes and goes, and it's not very strong. So maybe up on Cow Rock Mountain or somewhere else I can find some reception. But yeah, so my plan today is to go to Blue Mountain Shelter, which is right before Unicoi Gap, 15.1 miles. And if it does end up raining early today, there's Low Gap Shelter, which is at like 8 or something, which I really don't want to have to stop at. But if it starts raining earlier than I thought, I might stop there. But I'll probably just try to get to Blue Mountain Shelter. Yep. So I am going to go back over there and drink a little bit more coffee. I have all my stuff packed up, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to put my pack on and start hiking northbound, and I will get back with y'all. Man, look at that sunrise. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Hey y'all, I am at Tesnati Gap. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a weird name. So this gap, if you see that way up is Cow Rock Mountain. And this way up is, I think it's called Wildcat Mountain. Dang, I should have looked before I got on here. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But this climb coming up northbound is straight up. It's a brutal climb. Good news though, it's only 0.6 to the top, to the view. So it's a little over a half mile, but straight up climb. And I'm getting ready to climb it now, and I will get back with y'all. All right. So I'm walking down from Sheeprock Top, and from here it's just straight down all the way to Low Gap Shelter. Low Gap Shelter is another place, popular place for northbounders. Excuse me, I just ate a protein bar because it's like 11, maybe 11 and a half from Neal's Gap mountain crossings. So when people usually will stay at mountain crossings and then they'll go to Low Gap Shelter. Yeah, so I'm not stopping at Low Gap Shelter. It's going to be early. But anyways, I don't think I told y'all yet. But anyways, I checked the weather. And it says it's only a 15% chance of rain today. It was like 40, 50 for tonight. But now they're saying there isn't. There's only like, I looked at the hourly and there's only like 16% chance of rain. So that's awesome. I may tent tonight. I'm going to check it again to see if it hasn't changed. But if it hasn't, I'm going to tent for sure. Because when I woke up this morning, my tent was so much warmer than the outside air. It had to have been at least like 5-6 degrees warmer in my tent. Yeah, so, oh yeah, another thing I wanted to tell you, which was kind of funny, is, so when I put on my down jacket yesterday, I realized there were all these pinholes with the down coming out of it, and all up and down my left sleeve, and then the end of my sleeve was just torn up, like shredded. And there's only one culprit who could have done that, and that is my cat, J-Mac. And I think when I came home that last day, I remember I put my jacket on the ground and took a shower, and when I came back, I remember in hindsight that he was kind of walking away from it, and I picked it up and was like, because he likes anything, any kind of like soft, fluffy material. He likes to like, you know, like do that thing with his claws when they're trying to, like, I don't know what they do, trying to loft up the bedding or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so my whole left sleeve of my down jacket has just pinhole, cat claw holes all over it. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Might have to get a new jacket. But anyways, it is, what is it, like 11:45 right now? And it's kind of an overcast day, but I don't know. It's chilly for sure, but not as cold as it's been. I haven't checked the temp to see what it is tonight. I'm hoping it's not too cold. Yeah, but anyways, I am going to keep on hiking northbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, I'm about 3 miles from the Blue Mountain Shelter. It's like 1:40, so I should get there in good time. It is like a straight up climb to there though. I have like another 1.5 miles maybe I think 2 miles of kind of like mostly ups and then little downs and ups. And then I have like about a little less than a mile straight up climb to Blue Mountain Shelter. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna be climbing a lot from here on out, but I have been too from the last mile. So, but I don't know, being out here, man, it really makes me think a lot. Especially I've been thinking a lot about my uncle who passed away just recently, and it was so weird. It was so unexpected, and it's weird to think that he's not here no more. I mean, he was relatively young, and everyone just thought he would live forever. I mean, not forever, but you know, to be an old man. It makes you really think about life and how fragile it is and how precious it is. Like, in a lot of ways, I think when I'm out here doing this, you know, I feel like I'm living my life, and but at the same time, I feel like I'm losing time with my family, my wife, who really is my family. Because you never know. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You know, I could go to sleep tonight and, I don't know, have a heart attack and die, God forbid. I don't think it really runs in my family. My uncle who died is not like blood, so he's just married. But still, I'm pretty close to him. I lived with him for, I don't know, like 6 months. So, yeah, it's just crazy. You really should live your life every day like it's your last day. But we just don't, and because we don't think about it. We all think we're gonna grow up and get old and get frail and, you know, pass on gently. And a lot of us do, and I sure hope I do, but you're sure not guaranteed that. And it's a weird thing to think about. Anyways, I'm gonna keep on hiking, climbing up to Blue Mountain Shelter, and when I get there, I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I made it to Blue Mountain Shelter, 15.1 miles, and this is the shelter, the inside of it. They used to have a tarp covering it, and I don't know why they took it away. Maybe it ended up getting shredded by a bad wind or something. But yeah, this shelter is notorious for wind coming from Unicoi Gap and coming up the mountain and just screaming right into this shelter. Like, they should have turned the shelter around. And then again, the wind comes from that direction too sometimes. So they should have just kept the tarp or replaced it, because that tarp was a lifesaver here. But I'm wondering if the reason they took it down, because twice before when I came up here, there was like people up here, or just both times it was just one guy, not the same guy. And you could kind of tell that they seemed like they were kind of staying up here for a while. And I remember one time I got up here and it was like 11:30 and this guy comes out from the tarp and he has a big old bottle of Jack Daniels and he puts it on the table. And he's like, you want a swig? And I was like, dude, it's 11:30. And he's like, wait a half hour and then it will be noon. It'll be okay. And I was like, But anyways, yeah, there's no one here now. Oh yeah. So I passed my first northbounder coming up here, and he was a nice guy, but he said he bought all his clothing from Salvation Army, which I mean is fine. They have warm clothing. It's just gonna be super heavy. But he didn't have cotton. He had bought all like he had a down jacket and it seemed all synthetic, so but it's probably just old and heavy. And then he had a mountaineering pack, like a 60-liter one. And yeah, I mean, you see a lot of those people in Georgia that just kind of, I don't know, they don't really research a lot when they come out here, so they just have. He said he stayed at mountain crossings too, and I wonder if they asked him if he wanted to do a check his backpack, pack shakedown. But anyways, he said he's going to Unicoi Gap tonight and going into town, into Hiawassee. And I almost was like thinking about going in with him and splitting a room. But the only thing is, like I said, he's a nice guy, but he kept talking, like he wouldn't stop talking. And every time I would try to talk, he would like raise his voice and cut me off. Like I couldn't even get a word in. I'm not even kidding. And so I was just kind of like, oh man, this guy is a talker, which I don't mind people who talk a lot as long as they listen too. But the people who just talk and talk and talk and never listen, they drive me crazy. And, but I mean, maybe just because he hasn't seen anyone for a while, but I got the impression that that's kind of how he is. So, I don't know. Anyways, oh yeah, check the weather, and now it's saying there is a 60% chance of it raining from 8 to 9. So, I guess I'm going to just sleep in the shelter tonight. Hopefully no one else will show up, and I'll have it to myself. Actually, if you look like right down here, I mean, you could put a tent down here. I think my duplex would fit. I would just have to move that thing out a little bit. So that might be an option too. But I'm just going to chill out for a little while and edit my video, eat some food, and I will get back with y'all. All right. All right, y'all. This is my home for the night. And I am at Blue Mountain Shelter, as you can see. I am cooking some ramen over there. So, let me back this up. So, you can see there's two entrances, and it's kind of like a flat gravel area down there. You really could put tents there if you wanted. And I think it fits 7, 8 people. And if you look back there, right there, that's the privy. It looks pretty nice too. And then if you look over here, so this is the trail to come to the shelter, and the AT's just right back here. And then if you look over here, there is tons and tons of flat spaces. And there's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but right in here, there's a fire ring, another fire ring. But I mean, those are really good, flat, nice spots. Lots of them too. And then if you look over here in front of the shelter, there's another big fire pit. And then there's a trail that goes back over here. I didn't go down to it. I don't know what it goes to. There was no sign. Yep, so that's Blue Mountain Shelter, my home for the night. And that's the view. So this view is actually a lot nicer. I think it was when Irma came through. It just took out all the trees. Ton of them down there. So you have a really nice view, more than you did before Irma. Ooh, my stove just went out. Well, let me go check on that and see what's up with that, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all. So I'm gonna end it for today. Let's see. Today I started at Wolf Laurel Top and I hiked to Blue Mountain Shelter, total of 15.1 miles. So not so bad. So I my knee has been holding up really well. The thing is I just the last mile coming here, I started feeling it a little bit, and I still feel it just a little bit right now. So I'm kind of like, eh. I'm hoping that maybe it'll just go away, but it was definitely a good time to stop. So yeah, tomorrow, what I have planned is to hike. I think it's like 14 miles to Addis Gap, or I might go up Kelly Knob and then back down. And there's a camping spot like right past that, and there's a shelter there. So that's my plan for tomorrow. And then, like I said, Friday, I'll have a really short day into Hiawassee. So far, my plan is going as planned. I planned to do Wolf Laurel Top, and I plan to do Blue Mountain Shelter. 2 for 2, man. I don't know. That never happens with me. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna just go back in that shelter and chill out for a little bit and probably go to sleep around 10:30 tonight. And I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.